Well, Eric Ten Hag, ETH has come to Man United. He has shake things up here and there, but one of the challenges will be whether or not Ronaldo would leave. He played, I think, about 45 minutes in the last against Rayo Vallecano, and he left early. And then, the thing about players at that level is if you sneeze twice, people, press would ask, say, why you no sneeze once? Say, waiting, do your sneeze. Why you sneeze? Say, why the short sneeze?
Say something you mean.
Come after one. And that, I mean, maybe he just had something to attend to, but Eric Ten Hag can come and say, you know what, I'm against players leaving early regardless. I think there'll be trouble. I'm a Man United fan. I'm not looking forward to it. Left to me, I would want him to stay, right? But I know two things will happen. I mark my words. I don't see Ronaldo playing Europa. I don't see it happening.
So he might be out of it.
What would happen is senior man will tell them, you know what, I want to stay, but don't leave me for Europa. And here's why. And I think it comes with a level of, if you've been somewhere before. Okay, so I hosted an event one time, and Richard Branson was there. That's Virgin Atlantic. Richard Branson.
CEO.
It was CEO. I hosted the event. It was their start. It was one of the biggest events in my life, right? And there's an NDA of 2 years, and the NDA elapsed 2001, right? So in my head, I even gave myself another extra 2 years of NDA so that I will not be in trouble, with them.
2021.
2021, I beg your pardon. This is 2023, and I'm still. This is the first time any human being is hearing it from my mouth. And the NDA was in 2020 to 2021. Now, my point is, when some people are genuinely big, in a way, regardless, in a way, they command a certain level of value. The blockchain is different from when you are discussing with another player. Imagine if Coutinho is talking.
I love where you are going with this. I love it.
If Coutinho is talking in that Aston Villa team,
people listen.
A Matty Cash is talking,
or Tyrone Mings,
you are now wondering. You see the name, Seth.
You don't collect
Marvelous
captains from
Nakamba.
Mings now.
Who they give now?
Like, you don't collect.
Yes, now that guy, that guy where they run, where they chase, that they Akante. That boy they chase. That's Scottish guy.
He needs to collect captain from her.
I'm going to captain from Minks.
Yes,
who they can't give now?
They give one Scottish guy, that number 7, one short guy.
I don't forget that guy. I know that guy.
They score, but he will chase you.
I know that
guy is
guy
a family problem.
I know that it'll be John McGinn.
McGinn is a decent player on his day.
On his day.
If that guy chases you,
Specialist fantasy.
he never tires out.
Specialist.
150 minutes, you see they go. Yeah, so my point is, some players will command that kind of respect. So in a way, if you're a coach and you've not won things and you're a bit worried, and I think Ronaldo will not play Europa. I'm not. If he plays Europa, he would have won another level of respect in my head.
I know he will leave
entirely. Now he may not leave.
He will leave.
He may. He may leave. I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
sure.
But I'm saying.
But I'm saying need Ronaldo.
He may not leave, but he will say, you know what, OG, I want to stay here, but I'm playing the PL alone. We try to get into Champions League next season. But me play Europa, because playing Europa now already is an it's an eternal banter material till he dies.
And Ronaldo is very upset.
Believe it or not. Ronaldo, the fact that Ronaldo is not in Champions, that's Mr. Champions League.
Yeah, me, I'm even thinking about it from a money perspective.
Yes, they're very correct. It's possible.
So if I'm for example, people will know me know say I be Whiskey FC. So for example, if I'm Whiskey, say I'm Whiskey now, say I'm Machala now, and there's now an event that's about to happen, and the event is not the biggest event in the country, right? But I know the people who they behind them. I know the people who they behind them bad day. You get sponsorship day, sponsorship choke, everything day. You see, if I'm going to perform at, say, a Coachella, for example, right? Let me not even use an event here. Let me use the same, maybe America, same currency. If I'm going to perform at, say, a Coachella, for example, right? If not for, say, okay, now Whiskey has done everything. If you are saying perform at a Coachella or a wireless festival or, all these big global festivals, I would also want to do it because that's a big stage that we've all looked forward to, wanting to be on. So if they pay me, so long as the money is good, I'm comfortable with the bar, I'll do it. But if there's another festival that's not as big as this festival, but I know the people behind it, I know that sponsorship choke, then get money, I know that most likely I am doing for them more than they are doing for me.
For you, yeah.
I will bill you. Because by virtue of only me coming there, you don't sell 50% of your tickets or 70% of your tickets.
True.
I go bill you. So now Ronaldo feel the reason and say, okay, I go just go play this Europa now.
Europa don't even use in picture.
You get? Aye! What disrespect?
Massive error.
Those ones on the wrong. It's over.
They are happy.
Baba P just dey look say,
They are happy.
I don't already sign contract. If I play this Europa now, I don't go collect any additional bar.
Do you know
I'll
that?
just give this guy
Do you know that
new
when?
viewing record for free?
Do you know that when is he Oliver Kahn said, "Oh, Ronaldo is a fantastic, phenomenal player, but it doesn't fit into our philosophy." I saw Europa's league treat. It was like, it will never fit in. Say, Baba, you see that Europa league?
never fit
You must play it. Because to them too, is a big ground that Ronaldo played. But again,
Yes,
that, from a business
And
angle,
they go milk that thing if you
from
From
a
a
legacy-
business angle, they go milk out.
from a legacy angle, I don't think Ronaldo should play it. I don't think he
What if Emma blackmail emotionally now?
Yes, now that
Say he's selfish.
Yes,
And
yeah.
the guy
He thinks only
I
about
just
himself.
hope say the guy no go.
He
no
thinks
go
only
go.
about himself. Leave him. Let him
Yes,
think
let
about
him
himself.
think about himself. Let him think about himself. Well, as we round off, today's conversation, we've had a tremendous time. Let's just go through what we're looking forward to in the PL this season. Before we not maybe too early, but yeah. But what are we up for this season, Des? What are you up for? What are you looking out to? Meanwhile, in this show so far, oh, you're a United fan too. This heartbreak plenty.
Percy,
Why you must opposite me like this?
their last game, Percy talks say, since he never even starts, man, you don't go back to normal.
No, but I feel like a lot of people go chop heartbreak this season. I think Chelsea will struggle. I think Chelsea will struggle a lot. Of Man U, I think Man U will still struggle. It will be surprising.
I think City will miss Raheem Sterling a lot. It was obvious.
Yeah.
they don't
Aguero
win.
said
They
this.
don't miss him last season. No.
But they go miss
He was
am
in
this
and out.
season. Brother, you know why they go miss am this season? Automatically, they've given Jack Grealish a mainstay.
Yeah.
And in the history of Grealish,
Yeah.
no Grealish will ever Grealish like the Aston Villa Grealish. Mark my words. No Jack Grealish.
No Grealish.
will
No
ever
Grealish.
Grealish
Whoever
Like the
Grealish.
Aston
like Aston Villa.
Oh,
Aston Villa
Lord.
Grealish.
This is I don't buy
Package there.
Yeah.
No Grealish
No
will
Grealish.
ever Grealish.
But they have Alvarez now.
No Grealish
Alvarez.
will ever. Will he play
Canelo.
will he play from the left? He's a centre forward. The guy is and he plays right sometimes. So
You
my
can
point
play from
is,
the ladies' purple.
Riyad Mahrez, but is Pep. He played it in River Plate. This is called the Premier League. That's the same reason why when everybody say Haaland will come, will blow everybody away. This is the Premier League, for fuck's sake.
But I think
You are meant
He
to be
will not
humble.
blow everybody away. He will play. He will
He
also.
will do.
You will be
Do you know
humble.
that?
will
Do
score.
you know that he play? He will
But
score. He will
Omar,
do
calm
his
down.
own, but he will calm down. This is the Premier League,
Baba
Baba.
Jekomo.
There's a Konate somewhere who freaking looks like a bodyguard. But that guy has no business playing football. If he jam you,
That body where he gets, Omar Logan.
if he yes,
I'm
he
talking
go
about
bully.
Konate.
But
Guy.
again, Premier League
Talking
also
about
doesn't have a lot.
Haaland is used to.
You
How
don't
many
see wetin
Premier
Van
League-
Dijk- You don't see
how
wetin
many-
Van Dijk
Forget
run.
Haaland.
How many Premier League defenders are slouches? As a centre back, think of it. Even in the small teams,
Aside
the
from-
Tyron Mings, if you mention,
They are
is a
freaking
monster of a
huge.
man.
Aside from Sanchez.
Leicester City's Carlos Shionchu. See
Yeah,
how
no.
huge he is.
So almost all. So I'm not saying if he thinks it's
Yeah,
only going to
huge.
be
A lot
power,
of
going to
them
be
are
brute.
Those Premier League
brute
players
strength.
are big. Do you know that?
They are
Very
waiting for him.
Do you know that I was shocked I saw a picture of the Chelsea team and Mason Mount is as tall as Thiago Silva. But forget camera out. Those players are huge. Mason Mount are the same height
As
as
Thiago
Thiago
Silva.
Silva. They stand
Picture
together
to
like
picture.
this. I'm like, bro,
So-
that
so-
Premier League.
So I'm looking forward to him.
You on the field, you think he's one small.
You can quote me. I think he will do well. I think he will do
yeah, of
great.
course. Yeah, of course.
But I also don't think he will come and blow everybody.
No,
away.
he can't.
And this is because the Premier League is
Oh my Jai now.
is a home for all.
Oh my Jai.
The likes of there are some defenders that they've watched clips because they know you are coming to make a name.
Exactly. They
Not-
dey out
not
for
on my
you.
watch.
In get luck, say no be when them short cross.
Not
Titus
on my watch.
Bramble,
For the first time in a while,
Bruno
I saw
Gotti.
against
Jaidi, all these people.
against Liverpool in that competition. I saw Van Dijk tackling. Because every time you try to, Haaland is coming, he's letting him know they will be hitting
Now
you.
intentional stuff. You don't understand.
So-
You don't say,
so-
boy, you walk on.
And I'm sure Pep would have told him that, you know what, you are the star boy of the league now.
You know
Everybody
that
sees
you know if you play street football,
Yeah.
if they play street football, if match will start, if they don't know say this one that they are star player,
you.
go see this team
Men,
will won't play you. They
yes.
don't say that you be
Na
the star
you.
player. You go there, talk to themselves. That time the way we dey do am. if now my team I won't play against you, I will not say that you be star player. I will not come again. I will say Jide, that guy. You go also like
You
this.
let him
Baba,
know.
to back bully, eh.
I'm looking forward.
Back
I'm
to
looking
back.
forward to it. I think it'll be nice to see Haaland. He's physical, he's intelligent, but I think a lot of people don't talk about his technical abilities a lot. He's a very technical player, and I think it's a big plus to the EPL.
So how many goals do you think he's going to score?
I think
I also
altogether,
think he's
Premier
in,
League
he's
goals.
in for a shock.
Premier League goes double figures.
He's
definitely.
in for a
Haaland-
shocker.
Haaland
double
is in
figures.
for a
Double
shock.
figures.
This is
No,
not
double
the
figures.
Bundesliga.
15,
Only 10.
15,
Only
17. Double figures 15, 17.
Yeah, I think Haaland.
If you get 17 goals in Premier League, it'll be a very good season for him. But the thing that is going to outscore the Salahs and the Hurricanes
He's not certain, no.
is going to be
Because
difficult.
first of all, you have to first adapt to that Pep.
Yeah.
Because Pep doesn't play to suit strikers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
You have to first adapt to him.
And it's the same reason why Jack Grealish is suffering, because in City you go wait.
Now you go enter the system.
Ball
They no, not
will come
you
with
get.
you.
No be say that the carry ball can't give
The
you.
only
can't
person that comes and say give me the ball
Bernardo
is
Silva.
KDB
KDB.
Even Silva.
and Silva. Give me the ball. But that's why Jack Grealish will continue. That's why again I
He
reiterate,
would always struggle.
there will be no
Yes,
Grealish
sir.
that will
That will never
Grealish.
Grealish.
for
Aston Villa Grealish.
for Aston Villa, he
was
go
the
there
main man.
multiple positions where if we even do run from
Everything went through
halfway
Jack
line.
Grealish.
Yeah, everything.
Everything.
Tyrone
went
Mings go there 5. You go just see Grealish for. You go they find them
What the nonsense?
because they know they believe in him, but that is no more. And I think that's why they're going to miss Raheem Sterling. I think that's what I'm looking forward to seeing.
Yeah.
I'm also
Even
looking
though I
forward
think
to seeing Newcastle under Eddie Howe.
But
the way
I didn't made any
But
significant
it's
transfer.
been a very poor transfer window for
underwhelming.
them.
No, but I
And
think they know what
very
they're doing.
underwhelming.
Honestly, I think they know that they can't. They can't
the big
can't-
names
they
just
can't
storm the market
bully-
like
they
that.
can't. Yeah, I think they know that they can't really buy like that because also it's different if a rich man comes and probably says I want to buy Chelsea, I want to buy Man U. They already have that pedigree. Big players who want to move, but how many big players want to go to Newcastle? So as opposed to, I think it's a smart move that as opposed to throwing money at players who are already dwindling or who have dwindled already, but who are maybe
Their name.
saying because we are bringing them in, buy players that can get the job that you want to do done. And
And when it's that time,
I
you
think
get those
when
players.
they start having that consistency, then big players can come in.
What will be success for Nottingham Forest this season? I think it's an obvious question.
Staying up.
staying up.
Staying up.
up.
is success.
Our own boy,
They've signed too many.
the Iron
players.
Man himself.
Big T.
What would
I
be?
think they signed 11 players.
What would
11
be?
players.
What
They
would
signed
be?
11 players.
Yeah.
I think
The
they may
whole-
go down.
the whole team.
They may go down.
That's
Tawa
too much.
Oni.
They
That's
may
too
go
much.
down.
They
They
have
Fulham did
Lingard.
the same thing as what's up.
They have Lingard.
So
Yes. No.
But
Yeah, Lingard
I
is not
think,
bad. Though.
I think
I know
their
he's
not. Why
manager.
The only
I think their
reason, wait.
manager-
The only reason Lingard no go West Ham now because of his 200,000 this thing, and I'm surprised how Nottingham Forest will be paying Lingard 200.
Is one season. I think he signed a contract that if they go down, he
that's
doesn't
what
go
it
with
is all
them.
about their money.
Yeah, I think their manager is really good, Steve Cooper. When he came into Nottingham Forest last season, I think it was in January.
I
and
think
we're
he's Premier
struggling.
League proven in a way. I think that name. Yeah.
I don't really know. I'm not really
Yeah.
sure. But when he came into Nottingham Forest, they were struggling, and he took them from 8th, to be within the top
Playoff.
2, top 3. So he's obviously a good manager, and
He's a good manager in the
his style of
Championship.
play
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Kind of suits where Taiwo Awoniyi is coming from in Union Berlin, the 3-5-2.
My brother is
They
Sticking
player
to
playing off
sticking
League
to
is
that
different,
conversation. I mean, I'm just trying to in my head. I'm not getting anywhere. It's just coming in my head, right? Alexander Mitrovic, really caught it in the PL this season. Is the king of the trenches?
He always performs.
No, I think
Is the Lord? Is a personal
always-
Lord
the
and
two-
Savior
like
of
the two times
of the trenches.
Like the 2 times he's promoted, he's come up with Fulham. I think he always has this very nice start to the season, and now there's a problem of is the squad big enough? When you start getting to January, February, March, then supply cuts for someone like Mitrovic. So I believe there will still be a buzz.
Scott
around
Parker
him
is still
now.
the manager.
No, I don't think so. They'll still-
Roy Silva,
they'll
former Everton.
But Scott Parker is one team now. I think Bournemouth. They came to
Bournemouth.
yeah.
and they are in the Premier League.
Yeah,
as
back-
well.
yeah.
So there's this problem of do they have a squad that can be stretched enough, and when they are being stretched, they will be able to play well. I don't think Fulham will do that again because they've not been signing. They've not been making
And
signings.
Fulham lost a key player, William
Carvalho,
Carvalho,
yeah.
to
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
I was
So
gonna say they should have
they are creative.
They should have probably
athletes.
just asked Liverpool for a loan again.
loan.
I mean, because the guy is to be honest, is not going to play in that
He's
Liverpool
not gonna
team.
play.
It's going to be a
Sadly.
sporadic player. It's going to be a guy that they go for in the League Cups, and maybe when they are already winning teams 5-0,
Yeah.
he will come in, play.
No, I
Play 6
I
minutes.
think
He's not
Klopp
going
as
to
well. Klopp
play.
is not expecting some players to remain at the club, so you don't want.
Klopp obviously
Million
wants to
back.
win the league.
Yeah, so he wants that squad.
Let's
He wants
move
that-
away now
that
to
big squad.
and then now he has his own wish of 5 substitutes, right?
Yeah.
So he's always crying. He wants
and
that,
that's
so-
the problem for the likes of all
I've always agreed. Cha. I've never believed that thing the smaller boys were saying it was an advantage to the big boys. I've never agreed.
But it's still an advantage.
It's
To
an
the
advantage.
big boys. It's a big one.
I don't think it's an advantage.
Because,
It's a big one.
because
Boys.
the
We're not
better
gonna go into
players
that,
you have
guys.
on the bench.
Yes,
We're-
you
we're
get
not-
to bring them.
You get to bring 5 of them.
5 of them.
God.
Against
But the better
and that's why you
players.
need to now strengthen
But the
your team.
big teams have always had better players. It is not the
That's why
5
they are the
subs
big
that is
teams.
making that happen. It is because they are the big teams. And
Fair
mind
enough.
you, if the smaller teams, right, also utilize the 5 subs effectively, it gives them a huge advantage. I remember very clearly.
Like if
I remember
sit
very
back-
clearly. Chelsea played against West Ham. I think it was in the FA Cup or one of these tournaments. I had 5 subs, and it was 2. Chelsea played. I don't know what happened that day. I can't remember who was the coach. It was recently, and it was I think 2-2 or something. And David Moyes brought on Yarmolenko and one other person. Towards the end of the game, Yarmolenko scored the winner. So, for me, I feel like the big teams have always had
The edge.
better players. They've always had the edge.
That's why they are big.
That's why they are big. The smaller guys, even without the 5 subs, you would always come in, find the best strategy to sit back and defend against
Same
the
of the
big
same.
teams. Same of the same. So
Alright,
I
boys.
don't think the 5 sub is changing anything.
All right, guys. I'm a man that needs no introduction on this show. It remains the Inside Podcast. When it comes to talking sport, when it comes to talking football all around the world, you get the best information from this particular podcast. You can always join us online, on YouTube, on IG, anywhere online. You can always join. Even on Clubhouse, we're there for you to dish you the best information when it comes to sport all around the world. Stay tuned always.
Cloud. Reach out.